What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Punk Rock Radar. Today, Dylan and I are going to be listening to the brand new Krang album, Listens to Krang Once. Comes out May 3rd on Spam Records. We've got it a little early, so we're going to be doing our review reactions track by track to all 12 songs. And if you guys don't know, I had the last record, Make Arcade Great Again, as my number one album of 2021. So my expectations are sky high. I'm expecting album of the year material from these guys. What about you, Dylan? Expectations going in?
They're a good band. I heard half the first song on the album, and production-wise, I don't know who they recorded this with or produced it with. I think you mentioned it a few months ago.
I think it's Yotam again.
Oh, yeah. I think it's the best sounding recording they've had. Not to say Make Arcade Great Again or any of the previous albums sounded bad, but it sounded really professional. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what the album sounds like on the whole. But yeah, very high expectations. They're a good band.
All right. So I was listening to Make Arcade Great Again this morning, the whole thing, and like I feel like the lowest I would go on any of those songs is like a 7. So just to prep people that this is not going to be your typical John scores going around. Like, this is one of my favorite bands, so I am super stoked to get this started. So Dylan, anything else you want to say before we get going here on this record?
High likelihood this gets much more favorable scores than any Green Day, Strung Out, or NoFX we've done in the last few months.
All right. So here we go. We're going to kick off this first song here, Brand New Leader, in 3, 2, 1. All right, that was the first track, Brand New Leader. All right, Dylan, what did you think? I'm going to let you go first here.
It sounds big. Yeah. It sounds like very, very, very grandiose. Yeah, you could have told me this was recorded at the blasting room. It sounds extremely professional.
Yeah.
It's weird, like smaller bands now sound like the bigger bands used to in the studio, like extremely professional recording. Like they're trying a lot harder than a band like NoFX does now. So yeah, really good start to the album. The chorus especially is really good, and that part with the that like palm muted that
badass.
That reminds me of something, but I can't think of what it is. Like I don't know. Maybe like MXPX.
Yeah,
it's something off like Panic or something.
No, it's from Before Everything and After. It's Am I the One That's Going Crazy? What's that song called?
I know the song.
Yeah, I can't think of what it's called. But yeah, I hear it. What's your score?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to feel this out. I don't want to go like too high right off the bat, and then like there's better shit later on. Mm-hmm. I'll go with like a 8.5, I guess. Just because I think there's gonna be faster songs. I might like the faster songs more.
Yeah, I agree. This was like a super catchy, just pop punk song. Like that chorus is like total sing along. And yeah, I do like the faster Krang, but like I think my favorite track on the last one is like Tintin, which is kind of in this style, just like very melodic, catchy pop punk.
It's pretty fast though.
Yeah. Well Adjusted is the song you were thinking of. It just came.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of that.
Okay, so I'm with you. Like I know there's gonna be like I don't like to go like above 9 for intro songs. So, but I mean, it's everything you could want in a pop punk song, and it's like what it was under 2 minutes, I think, which is exactly what I like. So I'm gonna go like right along with you. I'm gonna go 8.3 on the first track, Brand New Leader. So the second song, it came out yesterday, the single. Did you listen to it? I didn't listen
No.
either. I threw it on my best of, but I'm like, I want to listen. I like listening all in order, so I didn't check it out yet.
I will say I'm surprised how short the run up is to the album release. Like it's only 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
So I was surprised when I saw May 3rd. I thought it would be further out than that.
And the pre-order like just launched too.
Yeah.
Which is wild, especially for like spam.
Yeah. All right. Well, first listen for both of us. Let's check it out.
All right, here we go. Cowabunga in 3, 2, 1.
I have always liked.
Holy shit, man. All right. I can see why it's the first single. That was pretty killer. And I'm an 80s kid, so I am totally digging the subject matter. They had said it's about time they had a Ninja Turtles song. I agree. It's my very, very nostalgic about the Turtles. I grew up with them. This is a freaking banger all around. I don't know if I've ever gone this high, but I'm gonna go 9-3. There's not much more I look for in my skate punk, pop punk songs. Like it's pretty damn perfect. I'm gonna go 9-3. What do you think?
I'll go the Portnoy score 9. I'll go with the 9.
The rookie score, yeah.
Yeah. I don't have as much nuance to my scoring, I don't feel like. Yeah, great skate punk song. Sounds like a lot of the songs from I almost said Make Skate Punk. Make Arcade Great Again. So yeah, that's what we've come to expect from Krang. But yes, which turtle are you and why? I'm Donatello.
When I was younger, I always liked Michelangelo when I was a kid, and then later on I switched to Raphael. But I was never a Leo, or I was Leo when I was playing Turtles in Time, but that was it. But yeah, I didn't
Hyperstone Heist.
I didn't have you pegged for a Donatello guy though. That's cool.
I'm bullshitting. I'm Master Splinter actually.
All right, so we're starting off super high. I don't know if we've ever gone back-to-back 8s to 9s, which is expected. This is like a band on the rise for a reason. So let's keep it going here. We're gonna move into track number 3. DeLorean. So there's a lot of like 80s stuff happening on here. We got Cowabunga, DeLorean, obviously from Back to the Future. You see Alf later on, so that's cool. I like that. So let's hit it, man. Let's do the Back to the Future track, DeLorean, in 3, 2, 1. All right, Dylan, DeLorean. What did you think?
It's another 9 for me. Nice round numbers here from Mr. Titty Baby Punk Boy. Yeah, another great song, another fast skate punk song. This one had a bit more nuance to it than Cowabunga, more like movement between like kind of mid-tempo to faster parts. I like the part about emojis, of course. But yeah, really fun song, and another 9 for me.
Yeah, I still like I'm kind of stuck on what you said before. Like I can't get over how good this sounds. Man, I think I like Cowabunga slightly more, but I like this better than Brand New Leader. It's a freaking banger, man. Like if this whole album is like this, it's easily going to be probably album of the year at like the lowest would be like top 3 if it continues this trajectory. I'm gonna go 8.9 on it. It's right there. I just like Cowabunga a little. Maybe it's the turtle in me swaying, but yeah, 8.9. Another banger from Krang. This album rips so far. I'm pretty pumped about this. Because 2024, dude, like I feel like we've been let down a little bit from our most anticipated. So I needed something like this. I needed to get back into it. I was feeling kind of down on 2024 releases. It needed. This is lighting a real fire that we needed.
I agree.
All right, so we're gonna move into track number 4 here. It's called Rory Gilmore. You ready for this one?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it here. Rory Gilmore, 3, 2, 1. All right, that was Rory Gilmore, track number 4. Let's clear the scoreboard here. I was like trying to Google real quick who this was. I'm not sure.
Like an actress or something.
Yes, yeah. I'm not super familiar with Gilmore Girls lore, but that looks like possibly where this is from. So this is another banger, dude. I feel like of the 4, this may be the one I'm gravitating towards the least, but I still really liked it. So I think I'm gonna do. Man, it's still really good. Like, it's still better than like 95% of the stuff I listen to. I'm gonna go. Let's go 7-9, but it probably should be higher. I just need to balance this out somehow. I don't want to like live in the 8s and 9s.
They're gonna think we're paid actors or something here. You know what? This is actually my favorite song so far on the album.
Damn.
So, yeah, I mean, 10 is pretty strong. We'll do 9.5. I thought that was the best so far, honestly. I was getting like early Newfound Glory vibes, kind of.
Oh
like
yeah,
that's self-titled, especially the vocal melody in the chorus. Yeah, like early Newfound Glory, but with the punk beat. Yeah, I really like that song. I think it's the best so far in this first, I guess, third of the album.
Yeah. Yeah, we're 1/3 through.
Yeah, we just finished the first 4 songs. Yeah, I think it's the best so far.
Man, that's a great compare. It's totally like maybe even Nothing Gold Can Stay. I could totally hear that now that you mentioned it. The melody for sure. All right, so Dylan's favorite song so far. So we're finally deviating slightly, and again, I'm just trying to balance things out. But this is a banger record. This is gonna be contender for album of the year for both of us. It looks like, but let's not stall anymore. Let's get into track number 5. Let's get into Distance. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. All right, that was Distance. Dylan, you're up first here. What did you think?
It ended fast. I wasn't looking at my screen. Yeah, I would say so. I don't want to like frame this negatively, but I feel like it was the weakest so far.
Mm-hmm.
Still good nonetheless. I would probably put it at like I guess 7.5. But yeah, not my favorite of the bunch so far. Unlike Rory Gilmore, my favorite so far.
All right, we're back on track right now. Like, I was gonna say 7.5. It's tricky. Like these are still like some of the best songs I've heard of the year. I feel like the first 3 I definitely like better than the last 2, but I mean, man, I'm gonna go 7.4. I'll go a little.
Of course, you gotta be more precise.
I gotta kind of weigh like what I get. I don't remember what I get. I think 7.8 the last, or 7.9. So I'm trying to weigh it on the scale. I'm gonna go 7.4. Again, one of the best sounding records I've heard. Not even like this year, maybe even last year too. It sounds freaking sick. All the songs are bangers. That was Distance. It looks like we're getting into Millennial song next. Dylan, are you considered a millennial, or did you just miss it?
28. What's that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm a degenerate, regardless of my generation.
Generation D for degenerate. But we'll get into a Millennial song now. All right, let's see. 3, 2, 1. Man, that was like what, a minute? That went so fast.
We spent the whole Green Day video complaining about how long and drawn out the songs are.
Yeah, I think we got like what? It was like verse, chorus, end. That was
Yeah. And I'm gonna do the opposite here. Krang, let the song breathe a little more, man. Like you had something going there. No, it had a very good hook.
Yeah.
I wish it was longer. It's like the Frenzel Rom effect. The last few Frenzel Rom albums, like the 1.5 minute songs or less. I did peak the whole album is 27 minutes and change. So 12 songs in 27 minutes. So you do the math there. I don't think that. I mean, I guess the average is a little over 2 minutes.
So like, but 2:10.
Yeah, good song. I wish it was longer. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I liked it too, and I feel like I must be the same age as these guys because Summer '99 is right about where I start to have like the feels and the memories. But
I was 4 years old. I was barely a sentient being. Wait, no, that would be 4 years old. Yeah, I'm bad at math.
Yes, I would have been 14. So I like the song. Again, I'm with Dylan. I wish there was like another part to it, but I'm gonna keep doing this, but it's unintentional. I'll go first on the next one. I'm gonna go 8-1. This is like a classic Krang song, classic 1 minute. Now that you said Newfound Glory, that's like all I'm hearing.
Yeah, I heard part of it.
But
what do you mean you can't control it? You don't have agency over what you're typing on your keyboard?
It's just like I have like an idea, and then once you formulate yours, it's kind of like shifts. You know what I mean? So I'll go first next time, so I don't go 0.1 above or below.
What dictates 1/10% of enjoyment?
I mean, a lot could dictate 1/10%. That's.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So we're on the B side now. And the first song on the B side is called Menticide. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming I'm saying it correctly. Let's see. Dylan, you ready for this one? Track 7?
Of course.
All right. Let's see how the B side starts off in 3, 2, 1. All right, Dylan, I didn't know what Menticide was, but luckily they were providing definitions within the lyrics. So that's awesome. So I'll go first here because this reminds me a lot of my favorite MXPX album, The Ever Passing Moment. I know that's not a popular opinion, but I like this one. It definitely switches it up. Probably the slowest in terms of like beats per minute so far. But like I said before, I kind of really get into Krang because I feel like they toe the line between pop punk and skate punk so well. And this is like a prime example. They slow it down to like traditional pop punk and it's still really good. I'm feeling like an 8.2 is decent for this first song on the B side, kind of setting the stage for what's to come. So that is my score, Dylan. It's there first. So if you go 8-1 or 8-3, that's on you.
I was going an even 8. I was gonna try to be a smartass, but yes, an even 8 here. And I agree. Yes, I'm normally not a fan of. I wouldn't say this is slow. It's mid tempo. I prefer faster music normally, but yes, a lot of these songs. I mean, I hate to compare like smaller bands to bigger bands all the time, and just it seems like a cop out. But MXPX on some of the songs like this one. Newfound Glory on others. Maybe a little bit of like Unwritten Law and some of the guitar parts and stuff. But yes, this was an MXPX-ish song, and I think that Ever Passing Moment is where I would pinpoint the decade of MXPX that I would compare it to. But yeah, very good song, catchy chorus, and I like how there's like they have like 2 different guitar parts in the chorus. There's like the first 4 bars, and then the second one where there's that like rundown. It's hard to explain because I'm not like traditionally trained musician or anything. I'm just like read guitar tabs and stuff. But yeah, good song, and I got it at an 8. I think it deserves that.
All right, so we're getting back in the swing of things here. The next song is called "Cocktail of Freedom." It's another long by Krang standard songs at 2 minutes and 27 seconds. So let's get in here to track number 8 in 3, 2, 1.
It's what you need the most.
All right, Dylan, "Cocktail of Freedom." What'd you think?
I think that might be my new favorite on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah, badass song. I really like that part where like everything falls out and there's just the guitar with that like effect, that like phaser effect on it or whatever, and then everything just kicks back into gear. Yeah, some parts of it reminded me of like Atlas Losing Grip, a band that's not as recognized as MXPX or Newfound Glory, obviously, but one of my favorite bands. Yeah, I like the song a lot. I think that's my new favorite on the record. My last favorite, I gave a 9.5. I'll give this one the same score.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I think Cowabunga is my highest so far. I'm with you. This is not a Newfound Glory song. This is not an MXPX sounding song. This is a Krang sounding song. Exactly. This is what they do best. This is fast. It's probably the heaviest one so far. It sounds freaking amazing. Damn, you took my score, dude. But whatever. I'm gonna go with you this time. This is a 9.5. This album kicks ass. We knew it was going to, and it does. So there it is. 9.5s across the board for "Cocktail of Freedom." If you're into the more skate heavier side of Krang, "Cocktail of Freedom," go right there. Release date, check it out. But listen to the whole thing in order. That's what you should do. But let's get into number 9, which is Birdhouse. Any guesses what this is about? My mind's going towards the skateboard company. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to. So let's find out. We're going to kick it off in 3, 2, 1. All right, Dylan, that was Birdhouse. We were wrong, unless they're building the house for Tony Hawk. But what'd you think?
Yes, sir. Completely wrong. Yeah, that was a feel-good pop punk song. Very, very, very catchy chorus. I'll give that one. I'm gonna one up you here. We're breaking. It's probably gonna fuck up the way it fits on the screen. 7.85. It fits. It fits. Yeah. Very catchy. Very wholesome. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
It was very catchy and wholesome, and I think the most vocal range I've heard in a Krang song. I think there were some like high notes mixed in there. We got a guitar solo. I don't know if it's the mix we got, but the guitar solo was kind of pretty low on there. But like overall, like you're saying, another really good, catchy pop punk song. Man. What do I do with this one? I usually keep track of my scores, and the last 2 times I forgot to do it, so I have no like barometer for this.
I think your lowest was 7.2.
7.2. I went 7.2 on something. Oh boy,
7.3. I don't know. It's hard to keep up with how exact your things are.
All right, let's try and alleviate some of that. I'm gonna go 7.6 on this one. I liked it. It's definitely a little below "Cocktail of Freedom." But I mean, it's still a really good song. It would be the best song on a lot of pop punk bands' albums. So I'm going to go 7.6, which is usually like one of the highest scores I give out typically on these, just for reference. But we've got 3 songs left. We're in the last quarter of the album. The next song is called "Alf." It was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. I had an Alf stuffed animal that I slept with every night. So I'm excited to see what kind of spin they threw on this. You ready for this one?
Yeah, I was more of a Ed and Eddie kid though, so
Never saw it. You probably never saw Alf though.
I'm aware of Alf, but yes. All right,
Yeah.
let's listen to the song Alf though.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, that was track 10. It was Alf. All right, Dylan, I've got another contender for my favorite song on the album. I really like this one too. And not just because I like Alf. Sounds amazing, super catchy again. That last part with the really loud guitars and just feels like Alf. I'm gonna go 9-1 on this one. It's a banger, certified banger from me. 9-1, Dylan. What do you think?
Yeah, I like the song a lot. I like all the songs on the record, man. Everyone's gonna feel like, hey, Krang, go ahead and PayPal that $27 we agreed on. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, this is a fantastic record. This would be in my top 3 so far. The songs on the album.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8.8.
Look at
like
you
the
in the
song a
fancy
lot.
score. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this is by like I can't even like express how much higher this is going to be than everything else that we've done reviews for. But yeah, this just rocks. It's expected. It's what Krang delivers. Yeah, you can't even this and half album are not even in the same ballpark. So I'm not surprised.
No, I'm telling you, man. All this, it sounds like patronizing to call them a smaller band, but they're a smaller band than like NoFX or Strung Out or MXPX or anyone like that. But yeah, these smaller bands, like the Making Friends album was top 3 of last year for me. It seems like I don't know that they try harder, but they're just better right now.
There's like a little more charm to the songs, I think. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's like our niche and like there's stuff that we look for and like the skate punk stuff is none of those big bands are really doing it right now. They're all doing like their own thing. Like I feel like MXPX has kind of put themselves in like a box lately. Those last 2 or 3 records all sound very similar. And I know you kind of liked it, but the last MXPX just fell completely flat for me. I felt like it was a huge step down from the self-titled. The Strung Out, the more I listen to it, the less I like it. And I don't know. And this just feels fresh, man. I feel like they're playing to their fans, right? Which is what those other bands don't really do.
Yeah, no, I think this is better than the last time. Well, I know it's better than the last MXPX album for sure.
Oh yeah. It's not even that last MXPX is probably like my bottom 2 from them. I would have given that like a 4 out of 10. So it's not even close.
Let's see what score you give Running Out of Time, the second to last song on the album.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
We get the studio, we're missing a song.
Damn, dude. I wish they didn't run out of time. that was Yotam singing on there? I couldn't tell.
Like the little ad libs and stuff.
I thought I heard. I don't know. I could be wrong, but god damn, that would be like my favorite song if it was slightly longer. It may even still be, but I'll let you go first. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a 10. That's an easy 10. Nice, short, fast song. That's gonna be on a lot of playlists.
There you go. Like. I was gonna do it too. I was like, this is so good.
If that might be, if you want to have multiple like intro songs to videos, that might be a contender. I wouldn't replace the Making Friends song, but maybe mix in that every few episodes or something.
Yeah.
That'd be a good intro song.
So, Krang, can I use the song on the show? Let me know if you're there.
Copyright claim on the intro song.
But yeah, hell yeah, loved it. 10 out of 10. First ever. Well, you gave something. You gave Veronica's song a 10, but it's my first ever 10 on the show. let's get into the last song. So it's called Last Breath. So let's get some predictions here. Do you think this is an acoustic slow song, or do you think they just pedal to the floor and keep going?
The title leads me to believe it's like a slower song, but you did that with Veronica's song on the Strung Out album. I do think it'll be a slower song. I haven't looked at how long it is. But let's find out. There's no use in predictions. Let's just listen to it.
All right. I'm predicting a slow song for what it's worth, even though there's no use. Let's give it in 3, 2, 1.
By the person snooze once again, sliding my way.
All right. That was Last Breath. There's no hidden track, at least that we could see. So, Dylan, what are your overall thoughts on this one?
Good album closer. I want more though. The album wasn't long enough. I want more. We need a deluxe edition with some bonus tracks or something. Yeah, good album closer. It wasn't acoustic, obviously, but it was slower in relation to songs, especially like Running Out of Time, much slower than that. But yeah, I think it's a good album closer. It had the right vibe for that. And I also want to say we complained a lot about the sequencing of the Strung Out album. This one was very well sequenced, I feel like. You had a batch of fast songs, and then you had a mid-tempo song, break it up, and then more fast songs, and then a slower song to close it. So it never dragged at all. I think it was incredibly well sequenced. And shout out to Yotam from Useless ID. This was extremely well produced, high production value, sequenced well, everything top notch. So, yeah, Yotam doing it right for Krang.
All right, score for the song. Then I'll give mine, and then we'll give album thoughts.
Comparing it to other songs, I would say it's like in the middle somewhere. I would give it like a 7, 8.
7.8. Okay. Yeah, I like this song. I feel like it fits the flow of the album for sure. Like, you need kind of songs like this. It was really catchy. It was like totally like that 90s pop punk, pop rock style, which is really like what I kind of grew up on listening to. So I would give this one an 8.4. It's like right, like for in the middle for me as well, but I really like it. I could see this being one of my favorites later on. It's like one of the songs you need to spend a little more time with. But I'll give my album thoughts here. I think as far as 2024 goes, just like without really delving into it, I would say this is my number one so far of the year, which is completely what I expected. Krang is a killer band. If this is your introduction to Krang, go listen to the other ones, especially Make Arcade Great Again. I don't know if I'm going to put this above that yet, because I've had that for 3 years. This has been one listen, so it has to resonate a little more. But on first listen, I'm going to give listens to Krang Once, which is what we did, I'm going to give this a 9.1 overall, which is at least 1 point higher than anything I've ever given. Maybe a 1.5 higher. So that's my score, Dylan, 9.1. What do you think?
I'm going to give the album an 8.3. I very much so enjoyed it. I will be listening to it a lot more throughout the year. And I'm going to buy the record from Spam. I might hold out to see if they do some ridiculous fucking 60% off shit or whatever again. Because I'm a very frugal-minded collector of records. But yeah, I love the record. It was exceptionally well. I can't remember what else has come out so far this year, but it's definitely one of the best things I've heard so far this year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to spending a lot more time with the record throughout 2024, and it's strong contender for my top 10 at the end of the year.
So for any other Krang mega fan who's out there, the band has on their website all 4 variants. They did a variant for each Ninja Turtle It's on their website. It's in the Czech Republic, so shipping gets a little dicey, or Czechia. I think it's Czechia. I keep calling it Czech Republic. It was like, I think it was like $67 US for all 4 variants, which is wild. So go check their website first. And then US spam hasn't posted it yet, but I think it's going up today around lunchtime. The Euro one's up, but yeah, like I said, there's 4 variants. There's a t-shirt on the band's website too that you can order, and a couple cool bundles. So go check that out if you like the album. But yeah, this is a 9.1 and 8.3, definitely the highest collective score we've ever given. So make sure, if you don't know Krang, if you're just watching because you saw this come up, go listen to the album, go check out the back catalog. Even Sing Along and Baddest Brain are really good records. Check those out too. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I'm trying to think if there's any other big records coming out that we're going to do, but off the top of my head, I can't think of one. So yeah, we're going to wrap this one up. As always, thanks for watching. Go check out what Dylan's doing over on Dying Scene. And yeah, we'll see you all next time.